Okay, I don't know why the overlay has to always be this way, but hi! Uh, to the story, I suppose. It's like I've never got a good way to start these, and I was just like, yep, we're doing it again. Back. I switched my glam back from my 70 gear to what I had before. Just kind of the newness of it wore off, so just back to the same. I use this like tacky stuff to put my webcam kind of like more sturdy on my ring light, so hopefully it'll still rotate a little bit sometimes. Like if Simba gets on the desk or anything, but besides that, it should stay in about the same place between streams, so makes it a little easier on me. I went against my own advice that I always have and picked coffee before my stream instead of, but it's okay because I'm gonna have cupcakes after this, so everything will be totally fine. I guess this is where we ended up. I think we did finish the second Post-Stormblood patch, so we're gonna go pick up the next quest. I can't think of anything else that we need to do, so to Ugane, I guess. I haven't completely made my mind up about the whole free company thing. I think it'd be fun, but I don't know. It'd be worth it, I guess. I don't know. Oh, somebody's reviving people on that lamppost with the sightseeing log on it. That's funny. That's kind. I'll just have to figure out how to do that one day, I guess. Get on there regularly. I mean, considering I almost got the jumping puzzle, I feel like it wouldn't be too awful. I was really close to that. I wouldn't have just jumped back down if I'd known how close I was. But maybe that's something we can do this weekend. We can just hit the random things we have to do, like the 24-man raids, the Realm Reborn ones that we need to do. I just found out last stream at kindly let me know that the first 3 of those are required to progress through a certain point of Shadowbringers, so I guess we'll get that done Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure which day will work better. It's kind of up in the air since that's not part of my normal schedule. We can do that. We'll just do some fun stuff. Either Saturday or Sunday. We'll have... Look, there they go. Someone's jumping away. Can't get distracted. Well, I need to put in my tickets for the Jumbo Cactpot. Because have yet to do that. Ruby Bazaar. I've had a few times where I thought I bought my new tickets at the end of the weekend and then turned out that I had indeed not. Did I say Ruby Bazaar? Yeah. I think I did. Okay, so yeah, we just gotta go in there. Beans? Cool. Cool beans. Really need to quit saying cool beans. Alright. What does Alphino have to say for us? Oh, that's right, we're getting these. Nice. Not sure if I'll like it, but it's something. Ah, Muconix. Impeccable timing. We've just received a letter from Lord Ian. Nice. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garleans part, the Populares, was that how they said it? Have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yangsha. It would seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. I really feel like that mirror that Suyu got in the last one is just not a good idea, but whatever. Lord Ian requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. So why are we here? According to the letter, Natsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living the rest of her day. Oh, that's right, there's a bit of time between patches, so that makes sense. She'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma, assuming that the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straightways for the Enclave, then. Lord Ian will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru? Of course she will. She's always doing great. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Do we end up safe most of the time? Yes. Do we start out safe? No. Okay, so we're just gonna... I guess we'll leave here first. Yeah, I miss this glam, kind of. Miss having the, like... The reason I kind of liked Zayla when I was looking for a race to switch to in the first place was that I thought the darker scales on the Zayla kind of gave like a, from a distance, kind of like a tattoo-like effect. So, mixed with that shirt as a glam, I think it's nice. That's right, we are going very far away from this. A bit of a walk, but it's fine. I feel like we might have missed something to attune to, but that's pretty standard for me. Yeah, it is quite a walk, but whatever. I guess we'll take the turtle today. Adamantoi. Or is that how it would be said? We need to go this way. I can see it only connects there, I think. I think we didn't get like halfway through. The other way. Oh, damn. Good thing that doesn't kill us. I hope the ice in that glass bottle does not pick up on my microphone. I didn't think about that. I'm usually drinking out of a cup that's kind of quieter. Don't remember having to go this way before, but like I said, I think we missed something in terms of attuning, so. Not today, water serpents. Huh. I think those are a little scarier than they need to be. Oh, great. I guess we can pick that up while we're here. Maybe. Well, if there was something we were supposed to attune to, then I guess this is the reason we missed it. Pick up one of these bad boys. So that by the time we're completely done with this area, we'll be able to fly. Bring Chonkabow up now. Back it up, Simba. But back it up, don't get in the way. There you go. It's funny because there's so much space on this desk that Simba could be sitting on that's out of the way. He sits like, for example, he sits to the right of me when I eat breakfast in the morning. And he's out of the way then, but okay, so yeah, we attuned to this. We're just gonna have to remember how to actually see it on the map. Yeah, we had it on our teleport list, that's fine. We had a little walking adventure, I suppose. We got an ether current, so I'm really not gonna complain. Certainly would have been a much smaller walk. I love everyone just wearing the regular samurai gear set. Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one matter I neglected to mention. Great. Concerns Kosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear. Despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, or perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Oh. Good gods, is he alright? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly. Which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it high time he received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yatsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We'll visit him at once. Economics, Alizé, shall we? I guess. I just don't feel like the situation could end in any good way, but I suppose that's a pessimistic view on the whole thing.
Open wide now.
Pleased to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed myself. I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai. I enjoyed them in my youth.
Just send her on a grocery trip.
Persimmon.
Oh no. I feel like she said that different, like she remembered something.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration. A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
My lady, I assure you this is not.
This is so weird.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink. What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Oh no.
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
I'm not laughing because I'm waiting for her to get her memory back. And I don't know why anybody would have assumed, even if she wasn't lying at the point, that it was going to be permanent. They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed. Had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside, I'm relieved to see Kosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him. You couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Kosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. He's resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains. He will never again be the warrior he once was. He's given all of his life for liege and land, and we will ask no more. Sad soundtrack came in. And what of his nurse? If Yotsuyu is feigned that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Said that. No. Yukiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So, what makes you so sure? Been spying on Yotsuyu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for what it was. But her mask has never slipped, not once. Remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami, a child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken. For now. Yeah, maybe. Well, that's good enough for me. And everyone else, I would hazard. The matter is settled. Yotsuyu will become Tsuyu, and begin a new life here in Doma. She looks exactly the same though. I feel like everybody would still, I don't know, not trust her? Like we shouldn't? Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove her memory is truly gone. And that's where it's gonna go to shit, I imagine. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably. She's as good as fastened the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We're at your service. There is no higher purpose in the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. Well, last stream, what did I say? Don't trust your brother, I don't trust your brother, I don't trust your brother. And then at the end, our brother proved that we couldn't trust him. So what do you think is going to happen this time? Alphinaud was probably in there. Maybe. A really bad habit of leaving an area before I've like spoken to whoever was in there. I'm like, okay, time to go. And I just like zoom out of somewhere. Oh no. I swear that's the same character I saw before that had those arms with that outfit, and I thought it looked so nice, but I just didn't like it as much on mine. It could just be the colors, but I think it goes good with her hair. Shall we wait here then? Lord Hien should not be long. Oh boy. Oh my god. My friends, have you seen Tsuyu? She's nowhere to be found, of course. Of course, she's nowhere to be found. Why are they gasping? Why are they even fucking surprised? What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. Yeah, of course. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yukari is scouring the streets as we speak, but it is possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. She's women. She's out of here. Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? Fair-skinned woman, my lord. I do not rightly know. I think... Yes. Yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new-fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Yeah. Wrong? No. That's right, I guess he can't lead on that anything like that is going on. I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. So not at ease. If he knew how much ease he should not be. It would seem that Tsuyu has crossed the river. Tommy, help me. No good can come of this. Of course I can. Got some gear, I guess. Or we did. Let's see what it looks like. Huh. Interesting. Nice, this counts as an actual city that we can glam in. Very cool. Because we are definitely glamoring that. No offense intended to the armor, but I don't really feel like changing it to anything else. So I kind of miss this shirt a little bit. Can we do that maybe? No. I like this one. Cool. Well, not cool actually because of what's going on, but aside from that, it seems Tsuyu has gone unrecognized this far. But Kami, help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. We must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies within me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We're at your service, Lord Heian, now as before. Let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. They're gonna get separated, probably, from us. We have no way of knowing where Tsuyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alphino, you would take the road to Castrum Fluminus. Mechanics, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of the Yusukov Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the Kami smile upon our efforts. A lot happening for so early on. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes, yes. If there's anything you care to know, you need only... A pale-skinned woman? I've seen no such traveler, I'm sorry to say. Oh, sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have an abundance. Some help, that is. Unusually pale skin? Yes, I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. It just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction, for the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Sure would be nice if that bridge wasn't broken, but... no matter, we can change, I guess. You see no sign of Yatsuyu to the north. Perhaps she's somewhere farther off to the northeast. I was just following a path, I guess. I haven't been up too much on this game since... there's only been a day since my last stream, so... I don't feel like I did much on here. Messed around with my squadron a little bit. Got some new recruits. Switched them out for some lower level members in there just to save some time. Changed my glamour a little bit, obviously, even though it's the one I had before. Just get tired of looking at the same outfit for so long, I guess. Still no sign of Yatsuyu. Perhaps she's farther to the northeast. I'm starting to feel like I have no idea where I'm going. I think we're guessing. This seems like a location where it happened. Like perfectly centered under that little arch. Yatsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking, wide-brimmed hat. Oh boy. Just the hat? That's probably not good. Cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. This is the same hat Yatsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Fantastic. Mechanics, before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught. Save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alize has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at the Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Towards Namai? By the Kami. If the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yugiri and I will check. We'll check the patties. The village square is yours. Oh no, no. What is she doing?
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
I went to get him one.
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Like I'm just watching her in the background.
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
Anybody's gonna not want to see her. Guess it's probably them.
What did I do?
Simba.
If you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
Yeah, kind of.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten everything she's done?
For now, please stop reminding her.
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker! What I saw then, it's all true.
Here it goes.
I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
You're sorry. And supposed to forgive you?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands and...
Oh, sorry.
Please, Issei.
All right. I'll keep my peace.
I don't know why they believe that he's gonna watch her when he obviously wasn't watching her, and that's how she ended up here.
As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Interesting. There's been so much to take in story-wise with these patch quests so far. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed. And judging by Tsuyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. I almost died for it, man. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alize should still be there, conducting their search. Now we have some ways to go. But that's no problem. I have been playing some other games offhand just here and there since I got PlayStation Now recently. Again, I've had it a few times just off and on, but I'm just trying to dig into some of the games on there for fun. Dome and weasels. Those are pretty big for weasels. Really need this Aether Current, so we're just gonna crush impression. Back. Cool. Nice. Okay. Now we are not too far. It seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. It's time to meet with the ambassador.
What a pleasure it is to see you once more, Lord Hien. Not to mention my dear sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
I hope so.
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition for yourself. Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
Fantastic. Yay.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look well.
Oh boy.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents. Does not the sight of them bring back sweet childhood memories?
What a bitch.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient. You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma.
I do not believe that. There's just a lot to take in. Like, pay attention to. Not a lot of downtime in this patch so far.
Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
We continue with the exchange as planned.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
I just can't imagine how crazy this is gonna get, because I've already so much has happened in this patch that I wasn't expecting, and so much more than I expected to happen. I don't know. Knew better than to trust Asahi. That was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri and Gosetsu to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Simba? Hang on, sorry. Overlay. Okay. Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. Should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her. He really thinks they're just like chill with that. They're like, yeah, that's fine. We don't care anymore. He was so insistent before.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her so?
Lots. Lots of stuff happened.
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents, a misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses. It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
There was one other detail at the meeting which caught my attention.
I just don't know why we believe him so easily.
I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord! Forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu, she's gone!
Yep.
Gone?
After what did we just... We constantly watched. We're not gonna...
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen asleep.
I've been watching her when she was sleeping. It's that easy. It's that simple.
The responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search parties. Might I call upon your assistance?
Help!
Oh, no. I feel like that's all I've had to say, but...
Help! Help me!
Oh, my days.
If only I had remembered. He should hate me. But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Who's there?
What are you doing out here in the dark?
Probably I said a little nicer. Maybe.
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu! A font of misery!
Nice.
You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh no! You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine! I don't deserve this!
Her story is so well written, yeah. I was really surprised how, I don't know, how bad they made me feel for her. I feel like, I always think like, oh, this is just like an absolute villain, you know. They're not gonna try and like, I don't know, humanize them. And this game does a really good job of that. Definitely agree with you.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament.
They're so awful.
You've kept your looks at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer. Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
I'd say these were pretty justified. Whether she killed them or if they're just very wounded, but I'm gonna give her a pass on that one. I think that's pretty fair.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty.
You just cannot help.
This is how it always was. How it was meant to be.
I just can't help but feel bad for her. Absolutely. I was really surprised when they started talking, but I was like, oh my gosh, like, the more they kept revealing, I was just like, I don't know, it's just so interesting because it doesn't make you think of anybody as just like a 100% good character or 100% bad character. Everybody's like in between, which is really realistic, I think. I'm used to the extreme. Yeah, it's so sad. I was kind of hoping that she wasn't gonna remember just for that reason. Just like she would have been a lot happier that way. But of course, that's not what her brother wanted, so he wasn't gonna let that happen.
Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask.
So welcoming you guys. I hope everybody's having an awesome day. It's been pretty good.
Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies.
Thank you. I hope you're having a good day also. An awesome day. It's been pretty good. Thank you. I'm glad you're having a great day too. The story's really engaging in this patch, so.
Yotsuyu!
at the very least, like to this extent, I find myself not even just so much feeling bad for her, but rooting for her, at least in this situation. Like yeah, go you. Like, you got him. Like, I feel like they definitely deserve that after everything. But I just hate that we had to remember any of that, you know? It was completely fine.
Done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me?
I don't care.
To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed.
Indeed, yeah, for sure.
But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
Nope. Just them. Be nice if she was just like, nope, that was all I wanted. Or she killed him too. Stab. Just a nice, clean stabbage.
I don't want to die.
That sucks. Hey.
Any sign of her? What happened here?
Yeah, they definitely deserve to die after all.
I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother? Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives. But this is neither the time nor the place. We must gather the others.
We have recovered the Neoris's remains and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. That was a lot of intense story packed into one little quest. Wow, wow. So, my friends, that which we'd feared has come to pass. Yotsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Gosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu into the Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct, his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain that he cannot be trusted, and that is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route and plan before the meeting begins. A wise precaution. If the main structure of the castrum fluminus is to be set stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The citadel has stood empty ever since the imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray me aloud to join you. I have some experience of imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run, and leave us far less vulnerable on the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. And I won't be alone, will I, Muconix? You can count on me. Much appreciated. Quite fancy parlaying with the pirates again. Just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. I'm certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri. They stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord. Pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I shall be about our task. We'll talk to the pirates. To listen to them walk all the way out of the room. We should be on our way to Onokoro. Time is short, and Rasho may take some convincing. I've really been enjoying this patch so far. I believe we're on the third of 6 patches between Stormblood and Shadowbringers. And the last one's like a 2-parter split into 2 patches, so. Very, very exciting. I'm not sure if we should pick Saturday or Sunday for our special extra stuff stream, where we're going to do the... I believe what I was told is that I need to do the first 3 24-man raids in Realm Reborn. Because there's a point that requires that in Shadowbringers. We're going to do those. Yeah, okay, cool. That'll be fun. I wanted to add those on a special day so that we didn't lose time to progress in the main story. Like, slow us down. It's a whole story on its own. That's exciting. I didn't know that. I can't imagine there's, like, it's too hard to unlock. I'm not really sure how you go about it. I was gonna look into it before this weekend so that I know. I don't want to just be, like, running around looking at guides and not be prepared. I'll be prepared for it, but I'm really excited. I've put off raids for way too long. I was under the impression that they were all like crazy difficult, like the extreme ones or whatever. Reach of the ultimate game. Yeah, I'm excited. It's like a big stepping stone for me, I guess. Is that the right word? But I'm really excited. Now there is a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? You've come to offer Doman chains in place of Garlean ones. Then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. Huh. And what fine subjects you would make. Your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. You do not need to do savages, but you might end up enjoying the pain of death after death to learn the mechanics. It honestly sounds pretty fun. Probably no... I mean, it'll be fun to try at least once, right? Once we get there. I also didn't know that raids had so much story to them. They're like their own separate thing. The game's just so cool. Every time I think it's like as cool as I could imagine it being, I find out something that makes it even cooler. Even the 8-man raids have their own story. It keeps getting cooler and cooler. There's an example. I didn't know that. Now it's even cooler. Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We swore no oath to you, and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? And we're not gonna have a lot of luck if Alizé keeps roasting them. Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace, deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Alizé. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk. And there's more to be said. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted in the Imperial Army. And as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, arrived to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. Has the Confederacy has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? You seemed well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garlean's hands are no secret, but since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. Could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire. I love his purple hair, it's really cool. Not his. Very well, the Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have her ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. She's sound enough down below, but when you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, You will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman Lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Not this Doman Lord. We each inspect a third of the ship. It shall be done in trice. That is the spirit. The ship is moored at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Tanashi. I thought I had a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success, and yes, I should have quit while I was ahead. Sorry. I guess I'll just be glad my coffee did not spill on my microphone. Well. I thought the rumors exaggerated, but the young lord lives up to his reputation. Sorry, that was so embarrassing. My goodness. Okay. Nice. I just wanted to be done drinking my coffee, so I thought I was going to just drink it in one final drink, but that was not the case. Alright, where are we headed? Not where I thought we were going. That's alright. I'd consider my microphone quite lucky. It was pretty close to getting coffee on it. That's okay. Would have been a good excuse to replace mine, so. Easy enough, I guess. That would have been a bad day for the mic, indeed. Yeah. But like I said, it would have been a nice excuse to replace it. It's okay. I'm gonna say that and it's just gonna die on me tomorrow. I already saw where the person we're supposed to report to is, so that was a little more simple than I expected, which definitely not anything to complain about. I wonder if we were just to inspect it, or if we're gonna fix it after we tell him what's wrong. I'm the shipwright, or apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seemed solid enough. So we had 3 of us out there, and I was the only one who found anything wrong. On the port side, near the bow, you say? Alright, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies, I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I'm happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. Your Lord Hean, the captain sent you to inspect the hull? Kami have mercy. Forgive us for this discourtesy, my lord. Tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Now that I can go back, there's no leaving once you've joined. How fares our lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you've met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he is nervous. Should his father be among the conscripts, as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see they are provided for. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. That oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. I see in him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot, but he has scarce dipped his toes with us. There is a life for him in Doma. He should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yangsha or out in the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Anashi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Then the matter is settled. I'll make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Right, now I know I can teleport there, even though it didn't show on my map. It's for its own little place, so I don't have to walk all the way there from really far away, wherever I did last time. While we teleport, I'm gonna go take a super quick restroom break. I'll be back in like a minute. So, be right back. Okay, Overlays figured it out. It would seem that Simba was awaiting my return, so he's now on the keyboard. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone, to not empty screen. Oh, not empty. I guess it says be right back, but you know what I mean. Hi, Simba. I drank the last little bit of my coffee so that I don't have to run the risk of spilling it on me again. It seems Yugiri and Alphino completed their task before. They've been waiting. They scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange and pray to the kami that these precautions were unnecessary. Simba, totally see your ear in the camera. Oh boy, this looks very intense. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. We will see that they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they wait us on the riverbank, not far from the castrum. I didn't really plan a dinner for after stream, but I do have my dessert planned. Making cupcakes, so it'll be fun. I still kind of want to start my own FC on here, but I was talking earlier, I don't really know if it'd be worth it still. I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun. It was my plan long ago when I started playing, so it's still something I kind of would like to try. I guess we'll just walk there from Namai. I feel like it'd be fun to have an FC that if anybody like on the stream wanted to join, we're just like friends. I feel like that would be fun. Oh, something really exciting that reminded me. Yeah, when I started playing regularly, I had already missed the really cool collaboration event with like Final Fantasy 15, and I think we're expecting that to come back sometime before Endwalker. I think September maybe is what I saw. I know that's just kind of speculation, but that would be so cool because I missed it. I really want one of the orchestrion roles from that event as well. So, as well as all the other cool stuff that most people would be excited for, like the car and everything else. I'd really like the song. Or at least one of them. I'm sure there's not just one, but the Final Fantasy 15 thing should be September. I'm pumped for it because, yeah, awesome. I was really bummed when because it was like, I don't think it was very far before I started playing really regularly, which was in 2019, I think. I played very briefly in 2016, but I was still in school at the time, so I just didn't have the time for it. I had weird internet issues. But yeah, I'm super excited. A lot of fun events coming up. I'm always excited for the Make It Rain campaign because this one will be the first one I've been actively playing the game for since when I started playing, because when I was playing at first, or when I started playing regularly, that event was going on. This will be the first one that I've got to play again, so I'm very excited. Where is everything coming up? The Moonfire Fair. Everything's just gonna be really fun. And then Endwalker. I'm just so excited. Just so excited. Your party is assembled then? Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That, and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. It will see you safely home. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. Love being about it. We're always being about it. Let us. Definitely looks like the setting of a totally calm exchange. Nothing's gonna happen here.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Doubt.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
How do those not look ominous? Are we okay with that?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion, welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Better tell him.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord Hien?
Man.
Yotsuyu.
Or Naori, widow of Sashihai, and acting viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish.
He's mine to finish.
It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
My position is not for you to decide, little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself.
Oh boy.
I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
It's a little aggressive. Oh no, no.
This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold and distant as the moon!
Is that so? Oh man, yeah. I saw that one coming a little bit, just a little bit.
What has she done?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you surprised? Damu? Whoa. Whoa. Such an amazing looking character. Oh my god, yeah.
A dormant citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
What? The music. Oh yeah, I can bet it's gonna be fantastic.
Ambassador! Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
Wow.
As you command.
Wow.
My lord, you must fall back!
That was the only reason that they, quote unquote, gave her up to Doma, I guess. Wow.
Ask me to run? Against such a foe, I would be more hindrance than help. The field is yours. We will withdraw, but not without our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul!
My lord. the strength which flows from that baleful note of yours. But I am become Screamy, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
Wow.
I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall flicker and fail. Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of dawn. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Wow. And that's all I can say right now. Just, wow. Yep, I'm expecting that one. If anybody enjoys this fight and is on Primal and would like to join, of course, that's not required or necessary or anything. Obviously, we can queue for it as normally. Just queue for it, no problem. But I always like to extend, you know, if anybody wants help. Thank you, Auroros. Okay, cool. Make sure I've got everything. I think we equipped our new stuff, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Alright. Oh, okay. What is your in-game name? Or you can send me a friend request first if you like. We'll chill out for a second. Oh, Party Finder? Okay. I've never made one of these on my own, so is there anything else I need to put on here? Or is it just the trial, I guess? Okay, cool. I just didn't want to do anything. Did that work? Okay. I know there's like I've heard there's like a point in the game where like you're doing like more like difficult content where you're not supposed to use the duty finder and you're supposed to use party finder. I'm Am I at that point where I shouldn't be just using the duty finder? Just not too experienced, so yeah. Okay. So after doing that, sorry, I've literally, like, I feel so dumb, but I've never actually used the party finder before. Would I just use the duty finder like normal now, or do I just wait? Would I just queue for it as I normally would now, but with this party? Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I haven't used it before, so now at least I'll know for the next time. I'm so excited for all the events coming up. I know I just keep talking about that, but I find events really fun. I don't remember what the last one was that I participated in fully. It's been a bit since I was playing regularly enough to do any events, I guess. I think the last one I remember doing was either a Valentine's Day one or an Easter one. And I've got the bunny suit, but that was from a while ago. Looks like our party should not be taking too long. This fight looks like it's going to be so pretty, and I'm going to keep going with the suggestion to just do these blind, so more fun. Well, not blind. I have my glasses off, so I'm a little blind, but I just meant not watching a guide. Super excited for raids, though. I think, judging from how we're going, I feel like we will have some time before Endwalker to do some raids, pick up some other classes, and still be caught up in the story by then. Cupcakes I'm making tonight are pretty exciting. They're red velvet. If you do like cupcakes, does anyone else prefer them without icing? I know that's like a really dumb question, but I guess that's more of like a muffin almost made of cake, but I don't know. I just tend to enjoy them more without icing. There's still 4 months. You got a lot of time to enjoy what this game's got. Yeah. I'm excited. I spent so much time just enjoying random little bits of the game. And now I'm just really trying to engage with the story. Yes, Elizabeth does, and so do I. I do. That's me. Well, that's good. Because I'm making cupcakes without icing. so that works in your favor. I don't want to get into doing something while we're waiting, but I also don't want to just stand here. This looks real. I guess we could come here and look. This is so awesome. Wow. Just come right up here. That's so cool. Yes, we're right. This is like beautiful character design. The song sounds awesome, so. I don't feel like there's a ton of chances for you to just like sit there and admire, I guess, before you queue for the actual fight, or before you're in it. So cool. Definitely not what I expected to happen. I knew something bad was going to happen, but I didn't think it would have to do with her so literally. Like, oh. Hopefully we get some rest of our DPS and our healers in soon. Thank you to everyone who offered to help out. I feel like this is going to be a fun fight. She is so gorgeous. Yeah, you're right. It's wonderful. I kind of want to just hang out in here because the music is so nice. Standard devilment technical step. Standard devilment technical. Go from there. Only provide moral support. That's okay. Just all the support is appreciated anyway. No problem. I'm sure you guys will be here in the story in no time. I have some streamers that I've been watching, that I guess they just stream so frequently for so many hours that they're surpassing me in the story, and they were like in like a realm reborn, like pre-Heavensward when I started watching them, so it's gonna be the point where like I won't be able to watch them unless I move ahead very quickly. Not rushed, obviously. There's not much we can do while we're waiting, I guess. I guess we could run around and pick up some ether currents. Last time I said that, I went out to do that, and then the duty finder popped, so we'll see. Maybe that will just encourage it to move along quicker. So exciting. We have not really had a... I don't think we've really had a dungeon or a trial to do in a bit. Not that long, but always fun. It's becoming a little more fun than nerve-wracking, I guess. I'm not quite as worried about going in without watching a guide, so that's an improvement over how I started while streaming, I guess. Got that DPS. We're just waiting on that healer, looks like. Alright, let's see. We got lots to go. Either current wise, I mean. get too worried about messing up, and so what if you die a few times? We all did. A very nice way to look at it. I'm starting to see things a little more that way. But in the beginning, I was just terrified. I was looking up like Heaven's Word dungeons and like watching the guide. Like, well, actually, probably before then, honestly. And just watching them, like, oh man, I hope I don't mess up. I better get all these mechanics down. And I've been playing DPS like almost the entire time. So that's just really unnecessary. But I'm getting there. I'm starting to feel more comfortable with it. I'm actually pretty excited for this fight. Normally I'm like dreading when it actually is ready, so it's a fair improvement, I guess. I really, since I wasn't around for the first iteration of the Final Fantasy 15 crossover event, I'm not really sure what rewards there are besides, I know, the car and the orchestrion role that I really want to get. But other than that, I don't really know what the other rewards are. I'm excited to see what the outfit is for the Moonfire Fair this year. I think the main character's outfit too. Yeah, that'd be cool. No, I just want either cards. Please. Sure. There we go. May as well make a good use of our time while we're here. I'm still not sure about, for our raid. I mean, we'll do other stuff besides raids, but our primary focus this weekend will be doing at least those first 3 24-man raids. I'm not sure we should do that Saturday or Sunday. I feel like it's really unusual for me to be kind of impatient for the duty finder to be ready. I'm like, come on. I wanna do the fight, I guess. Normally I'm like, oh man, It's moving along pretty quick. I know it used to make me more nervous, but confront. Oh man. Where are they? Oh my goodness. Cool. Come on, duty finder. Come on, duty finder. I'm kind of worried just because of like how much I don't know how much sympathy they've had us like feel for her. I don't know what's gonna happen to her after this. Let's see. I mean, nope. Ah, nice. I was following my main story quest here. Very good. Dome and Weasel. Can't imagine it'll take too much longer. I think we've had pretty quick queues for the most part, the last few things we did, but builds the anticipation for the fight, I suppose. I wonder, have we seen any details about the island sanctuary yet that I've missed? I have to avoid some stuff because I don't want to see anything related through Shadowbringers. Obviously. It'll be nice once I do get through Shadowbringers though, because then I can actually, you know, keep up with the announcements and not worry anything about previous expansion spoilers. Goodness, that quest really ran me all over the place. I'm gonna complain about not having flying, but that's literally what I'm trying to fix. So. Haven't seen anything new about the island thing. They just said they were surprised by the response from the players about it. I think it sounds really cool. I kind of, I'm assuming you mean it like a, you were surprised by how positive the response was? My thoughts were positive, but I guess I never really saw what anybody else's were. Positive. I mean, it sounds really cool. It sounds like a cool way to, I don't know, see some of the like animals that normally are enemies where you, in a context where you wouldn't have to fight them. Just something really cool that just feels immersive. You know? Warrior of Light needs a break too. Those are pretty. I feel like I should be yawning after drinking back-to-back coffee, but what can you do? Well, I didn't figure Duty Finder was going to take any longer than that quest. So where do we go to unlock the, like, how do I go about starting the process, I guess, to unlock the first 24 person raids? The lack of healers is kind of staggering. Yeah. Be crazy. I wonder what everybody's doing today. Not healing, I guess. More donut? Okay, thank you. May as well do something that's going to be useful soon, so. Way to the southeast of the map, some camp in Mordona. Awesome, thank you so much. I think I started the, once I finished Stormblood, I was starting the quest to unlock, maybe it was like, I don't really know the terms for all of them, but I think it was like the Omega raids, maybe? I don't know where those are, I could be wrong. Whatever ones they kind of alluded to at the end of Stormblood. And I was like, maybe I should probably go in order. Cool, thank you. There were a few quests to unlock things over here, so I wasn't sure which one it was. Yeah, he looks like he's unlocked something important for sure. Do I know you? Ah, unless I'm very much mistaken, you are the famed adventurer who bested the Garlean Empire's general, are you not? The great Muconix Jildara herself. Amazing. And more than a little serendipitous. One might even call it fate. I but recently received word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. The reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk? A single misstep could cost you your life. What is a little danger to a storied hero such as you? I just remember going out to the camp for you're good. Thank you for, I didn't know what the name of it was, so that worked just fine. What do you think, which is less walking to do? A woman with absolute confidence in her own abilities stands to profit handsomely from this venture. No. I crave no recompense for my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discoveries you shall make will be reward enough, though, I assure you. If my words have fanned the flames of your curiosity, then I bid you seek a man by the name of Rombros. At St. Conach's find. It is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. Okay. The person told me a lot of fancy words. I just gotta know where to go. Wow. So pretty. Oh. Yeah, thanks. Did not remember I could fly here. I was gonna make that journey a lot longer than it was had I not been reminded. Thank you. Oh, they just hadn't popped up. Nice. Oh, okay. Well, we will do that when we get back, I suppose. Nice. Oh boy. Alright.
Oh, it's going to be a long night.
Man. Cannot move yet, but that's okay.
Your end is near.
No, I was totally in that. I thought I was around it. It was totally my bed. I should not be healed for that. That was my own fault. I consider those little heals that I have like my fault ones. like I stacked that okay, but it just still hit really hard. Weird alert, but can't watch. You are so far ahead of me. That's totally fine. I appreciate you lurking still. I'm getting to that point with a lot of the Final Fantasy streamers I'm watching as well, where I can't watch them, so you're totally good. But aside from that, I hope your day's going really good. Wow. That hit. That would have been a good time to use my shield samba. Oh, this fight is making me so sad. Holy shit. Everybody's going over here, so. I'm so sorry if there's an AoE I'm supposed to be avoiding. I cannot see it. Computer go. This is intense. It's beautiful though, but really sad. Oh. Oh my goodness, so much is happening. I don't know what that was, but it really hit. Whoa. Oh. Oh, what's happened? Oh. Sorry, I don't know how I got so hurt there.
The spider lily. From mortal husk, I rise anew. Suffuse with night, I shall prevail.
Do I know what's going on there? Nope. No, I don't. What does that mean? Oh, what does that mean? I do not know what that means. I drag it away, I guess. I don't know. Oh. Well, that wasn't good. I don't know what happened there. Oh yeah, like I'm sorry, but I did not know what to do with that moon thing. Maybe I was supposed to stay on the other side? It wasn't necessarily orange like most AoEs to avoid are. Part of going into the fight blind, I guess. It's fine. My poor little weapon's just sitting beside me. Dead.
Suffuse with night, I shall prevail.
I guess we'll see what these people do. If she does the same thing again. Maybe I was supposed to come together with the person who had the opposite. Or the other one? Maybe? Oh, beats me. little more dying going on, I think. So I don't know.
Sunless gloom, black tendrils trail. No. No. Not yet. Not yet.
Wow.
I'll grind you under my heel.
I would like to still be doing stuff, but still cool, I guess.
I'll grind you under my heel.
Oh, hey. I get to do the last little bit, I guess. Hopefully I don't mess it up again. And I'm clinging on for dear life already, which is good. That's good. Well.
I'll grind you under my heel.
You guys appear to be without healers now. That's fun. Go, 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 go! Oh boy. Oh boy.
I'll grind you under my heel.
Well.
Oh,
Okay,
it's going to be a long night.
that's fine.
Your end is near.
I'm just focused on trying to not die this time. Still don't entirely understand what to do if I get that moon thing again. I'm sure it has to do with the one side of the arena turned like white, but aside from that, I don't really know when to go over there if I get that, if that makes sense. Okay.
In darkness blooms the spider lily. From mortal heights I rise anew. To fuse with night, I shall prevail. Beg the mercy.
So is that what I was supposed to do? Okay, I mean, it didn't kill me that time, so I guess. No, it killed me. Okay. I don't know what I'm to do then.
In moonlight's chill shine petals pale.
Well, I kind of thought I understood it a little more, but it doesn't really show. That's fine. Good, yeah, okay.
No. Not yet. Not yet. I'll grind you with my heel.
least it's going a lot better this time, I think. Okay. And I understood it enough to not die, so it's good enough for me. At this point, that's all I'm aiming for. I think we have it. That's fine. That's fun. Well, it went fine, I guess. It was cool. People were standing around me and 4 people died right at the end. Yeah. That's okay. Not wiping twice is good enough for me, I guess.
You really must learn to finish the job. 'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down.
Brotherly love. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice of him. Don't really understand what that means. For her, I mean, I assume it's not good.
My, such hostility. These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer. Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
Ha! You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point. It should have been mine.
He's insane.
The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I!
Okay.
Instead, this harlot betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth! Worthless whore!
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance. people. They ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives.
No words, sorry. Just only can see.
Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
Better kill him. As she should. As she should.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied.
And his should be a most painful death. Very much. Very, very.
You should feel honored, dear brother.
Very deserved is what I meant to say.
I saved the last of my strength. Just for you. What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon be dead.
I don't know which emotion to feel.
Her happiness was never to be. Not in this world. I wonder, was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
All of this just for her to die all over again? Well, I guess she survived. You know what I mean?
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Asahi, you were born of Doma, yes?
I don't know if I've ever seen him without his full armor set on. I didn't realize it was him. From the back, I guess.
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary, and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma, and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting viceroy.
He lives? I will, my lord.
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to call forth an icon. I will instruct you in the necessary steps. Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable, but as a child raised to believe in the kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so. The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
Oh, this pisses me off.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost. But I fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague, and I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent, the hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord. My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Done that before. He could try again, I guess, if he wants. Maybe he's bored.
You have prevailed, I see.
Oh man.
She is gone. Wherefore did the kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
Seemed like he didn't agree with him that much, so maybe he's here to do something kind of decent for a change.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale. tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
I don't think I said the one where I told him I had a vision, but I guess it's the same either way.
How can that be? Xenos is dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo. I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
We haven't really been right about anybody we've thought to be dead in the past while, so they shouldn't be very surprised.
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I have no doubt you believe what you say, but what then is the explanation? That an impostor has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court? The idea is inconceivable, absurd, but worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late Ambassador's second-in-command, it falls to me to speak on the Empire's behalf. And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
Always let us be about it, isn't it?
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien. As soon as our people are secure aboard our airship, we shall depart straightways for Garlemald.
Tread lightly, Pilus. I sense treachery awaits you there.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Impostor or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings. Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield. But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Sorry, the story kind of bumming me out a little bit, which is, you know, practice for Shadowbringers, I guess. And beyond, I'm sure.
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
Go then. You've obviously made up your mind. Just try not to do anything reckless, all right?
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
This quest, or the end of it, I suppose, probably would be a good stopping point till Friday. And we have a weekend stream too, so that will more so focus on the raids. Gotta see if we won the Jumbo Crackpot as well. The light and dark mechanic she did, you switch between the two sides. Keep from getting too many stacks in it. Oh, okay. Got it. Okay. Thank you. I'll understand that more if I happen to see that fight again, or just something else that does a similar mechanic. I was not paying attention to my stacks. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thanks the Kami, you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yatsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. It's little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. What's like sad though? I don't know. Other than that, it looked like you had the fight figured out. Yeah, I was a little lost on dodging the like AoEs that pop up in purple, but I got it a little bit more towards the end, and then of course I died right at the end along with like half of the party. So, as you said, I don't know, it's just sad. Like she was doing all of that and was completely like happy and fine for the most part. It wasn't for her brother, but whatever. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. That was my fault. Should have tried moving the cleave elsewhere. Yeah, it's fine. It was the end of the fight. We got through it. We didn't wipe again, so that's what matters. One could argue that doing the fight more than once just lets you learn it a little better, so. Sometimes a wipe can be a blessing in disguise, I guess. Just annoying when it's like so close to the end of the fight. Something happy for a change, I guess.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass. Always save some people. I guess that's good. Here comes a big bag of sand.
There you are.
Gosetsu, your hair.
Sure.
My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
I feel like it's a good thing for him to do. It's definitely safer.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Gosetsu, fair journey to you, my friend. Bittersweet occasion. There's yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray join us in the Kian-Kan. I would thank you properly. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest. Yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess, I miss him already, but the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yatsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but a little girl who was lost to him. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, drove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Gotsuyu could never truly replace his daughter. I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. But that the kami had been so minded, even now I labor to discern any meaning in Yatsuyu's fate. To deliver her from certain death, with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother? Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Tsuyu lived among us. And that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Cool. Alright, I guess we'll leave it at that one for tonight. We'll continue this Friday. Maybe the plot will be a little less heavy. I don't know, I think I'm just gonna tire tonight. So, anyways, Friday we'll be here at the same time, 7 p.m. Eastern. I've got my schedule on Twitch, so if you ever forget, it's on there. I'm gonna put my socials on here. That's where I always post anything changes or time, just fun stuff when I'm going live and everything. Maybe if I can spell socials. Okay. Yeah, so that's all of those there. I combine them so that it's super easy. I'm adding more stuff to it all the time. I think I'm doing my updated YouTube one on there tonight because I'm trying to put all of my streams up on there for when they expire on Twitch. But besides that, appreciate everyone for helping out. I got kind of bummed out by the end. I think it was just story. It's just getting kind of late for me. But I'll be here Friday, and we'll have a extra special weekend day where we do some raids and stuff. That'll be fun. And you guys Friday. We will continue this. I'm excited. Everybody have a nice night. Bye. Have a good night too. Thank you so much.